Well, hi, I'm Holly Shore. I have been a brand advocate with Beautycounter for almost 7 years, and the products have just gotten better and better and better. And so we are so excited. We have all 14 shades of the brand new lipstick here today, and the moment we've all been waiting for.
Oh, goodness. No pressure.
I can't wait to introduce you to this amazing makeup artist. She's traveled the world doing fashion photo shoots, and she is incredible. And she's going to give us the best tips and the best tricks. So, Tiffany, take it away.
Thank you so much for having me. I truly am so flattered and honored. But let's talk lipstick. This Statement Maker lipstick is genuinely a fabulous lipstick. I'm super excited about it. There's a handful of things that I look for when I'm getting a lipstick, and especially just my day in and day out, but also when I'm working on a photo shoot or a client or whatever that looks like. And first and foremost, I look for color. I look for a bold color, and I want to maybe like one or maybe two swipes and you've got that pigment, right? And you have that with Statement Maker. Definitely. I was trying it last night. I was playing around with some of them, and I mean, it was one swipe and I had a really bold red, which I loved. Again, color payoff. I took a few notes. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I hit it all with you, but easy to apply. I mean, no one wants to be working, especially with a bold lip, and just having to be super precise and not wanting to mess it up, right? I look for texture is huge. I don't want it sticky. I want it hydrating. I want it moisturizing. Okay, this is a big one. Smell.
Oh, yeah.
It's on your mouth. It's right by your nose. If your lipstick stinks, it's no good. It's no fun at all. And this is with the Statement Maker and just Beautycounter in general. It's that Madagascar vanilla, which is ethically sourced. And I know there's a whole thing behind that, which as you just rub it on your lips every day, you feel good about it, right? And so let's see. Where do we want to go next? Do we want to talk about?
Well, first of all, I want to make sure that if you're watching live, you can ask questions in the chat, and we will have Q&A at the end. And so things might come up that you might have questions about, and she knows, she's the expert. So that's awesome. But yeah, so all the things that you love about lipstick, how does this new Statement Maker satin lipstick compare?
It genuinely is legit. I mean, just as I was talking about, the color number one is what I look like when I'm when I'm working with a client or even for myself. And this, I thought that I loved the previous one, right? This one I'm even a bigger fan of, because for me it's more hydrating, and I do feel like because it's a little bit more of a satin finish, you're just getting a bolder look. It is super soft. It's super hydrating. Like I said, it smells fantastic. And what I really love about it is the shape of the lipstick. It's really easy to apply. And when I was reading all the information about it, I loved it. If you look, you've got this, this slant tip, but then it's really pointy here, which is fabulous for application. You can flip it and use it as a liner. So what you're doing, that really, really helps with the application process. It makes it easier, which is, again, a huge thing in choosing a lipstick, especially a bold one, right? So,
okay, so then how about shade finding? Like, what do you look for? How do you?
Okay, so that can feel really overwhelming and daunting. I mean, when I'm looking, especially like swatches online and different things like that, it can feel a little overwhelming. And so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to look for your undertones. Okay. And then when people think undertones, it's like, I don't know what my undertones are. Here's the trick. Here's what I do. How do you tan? When you get sun, what does that sun look like? And granted, given we're all using a really fabulous SPF.
Yes, we are.
The best on the market. That being said, we're all going to get a little sun in the summer times. especially in Texas and wherever all of you are coming from, there's sunshine. So you're going to be more of a cool tone if you tan with a little bit more red or pink in it. And by a cool tone, you're going to go with, like, just kind of think with your coloring and your tan, a little bit more pinkier shades. If you're looking for a bold lip, you're going to go with like things with a little bit more blue in it instead of orange. Warmer tones, you're going to tan just more golden. You're not going to have a lot of red in your tan. And so you're going to kind of go with that color family in the sense of a little bit more coral, a little more like just warmer. You could err on the browns even, you know, sometimes a brown on me. I just look ill. If you're like, are you okay? I'm fine. I'm fine. It was just a bad color choice. And then there's neutral, which you're kind of like, I kind of do both sometimes. I mean, sometimes I get tan, sometimes I get red. Well, awesome. The world's your oyster. You just have at it.
Yeah. Like if you feel good in it, then that's the only thing that matters, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. And I was telling Holly before we started, I still wear the warmer tones sometimes, and it might not be awesome for my coloring, but I just like the way it matches my blush or my eyeshadow. So know that too. But when you're truly trying to match something for your skin tones, go with your undertones, right? You're warm, you're cool, or you're neutral. So,
well, let's say we pick a shade. I would love for you to pick a shade for me.
Absolutely.
We're thinking maybe 2 shades. I would love to find something that would be great for daytime, just running around with the kids at the baseball field. Don't want to look, you know, too made up, but also I love wearing lipstick. I love the names of these lipsticks. They're really awesome. They're really fun. The things, the names of them, like kind of when you put it on, I don't know, it just kind of makes you feel that way.
It really does.
It's almost like a, you know, costume. So anyway, one for daytime.
I think so. Looking at Holly, she definitely has more like golden tan in her skin. And so we're going to go with a little bit warmer tones for her. And so I chose for her neutral, Inspired, which I think, is that the one I chose? Sorry, let me see for a second.
Oh, we picked them up and moved them around.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry. We shifted them around when we were showing them off. I chose Confident, which is a little bit brownier. It's still a really beautiful like mauve, you know, but it's not as bright pink. And so you were going to apply it. Is that right? Or I was?
Yeah, no. So I would love for you to give me tips on the best way to apply and things like that. Because as much as I would love for you to do it, it's just not realistic to travel around with a professional makeup artist.
That you're going to be doing it yourself. Okay. So when applying this lip, let's just start with the liner, how it can work as a liner. You're going to start with the bow of your lip right here.
Okay.
And just bring it up and out, and then go to the next one, up and out, and then come back underneath the same, this side here. And then you're going to bring it out, and then you're just going to fill it in.
Okay. Flip it over and fill it in.
Flip it over and fill it in.
Oh, wow. That's a really defined point.
I know, it really is.
And I like this color too. It's not crazy.
Hey, and two, because we all do it, I do it every other day. If it gets out of the lines, a great little trick, Beautycounter has a fabulous makeup remover, little Q-tip, just clean it up and you're good to go.
Oh, that is a good tip.
Yeah, makeup remover is my best friend.
Speaking of getting out of the lines, what about fine lines around the lips?
Ooh, good question. I don't have any of those. Just kidding.
Just wondering if anyone else did.
No. Okay, so what I love about makeup, but also skincare, is that when you think outside the box, think about products that can really do multiple things. And one is our Countertime Eye Cream. It really hits the fine lines and wrinkles under our eyes. It's hydrating. It's all those wonderful things. It has the Retin Natural, which is the natural form of a retinol product that really is truly one of the only things that's going to actually help with the fine lines and wrinkles. Put that around your lips. I would definitely recommend doing that at night, because if you're doing that during the day, unless you're blotting it, your lipstick, it's not going to bleed but it's just going to smudge out.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, and so I would do this at night all around your lips. And then if you wanted a little bit more moisture, you could put on some lip balm or just rub this on your lips. It's clean.
Yeah,
it's good.
I know. It's
so
awesome. Okay.
This
so
is a great option for that.
I got confident on. How'd I do?
That looks amazing. You nailed it. She nailed it. But see how it's just, it's still pink, but it's a rosier mauve, and it complements her skin tone beautifully. I chose for myself.
Oh, yes. This is so perfect because opposite hair color, opposite.
Inspired. Oh, and I liked the name of this. Confident. Do you feel more confident?
I do.
Since you put that on?
I do.
I feel more confident for you.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad. Thank you.
Okay. Could I borrow your
Of course you can.
Thank you. Okay. So here's our little tip. I'm going to start up top.
Oh, this is so good. Okay.
Bring it in. Bring it down. And it really is. It's so precise. Like
yeah, that's awesome.
I've never had a lipstick like this that has this tip in it. I always use a lip brush or a liner, and to be, again, especially for on the go, to have products that are dual purpose is wonderful.
Well, yeah, when your bag is full of other stuff. But it feels really good. Like, I'm just not used to lipstick feeling like this. I mean, we've got our balms and we've got our, sheer lip gloss, which is kind of like, a balm with pigment in it. But this one is highly pigmented and it feels really good.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, so that's amazing.
This is really pretty. It's inspired. I feel inspired.
You should. It looks
inspired
awesome.
To go paint your face.
Oh, I wish.
No, but do you see how our skin tones, like I have more red in my skin. And so this is just a little pinker, and it's going to bring out some of that. Whereas yours, a little bit more mauvier, rosy. Okay. So next up, we did a kind of more of a day.
This is day.
A little bit of
baseball field, and grocery store.
Mine's a little bit brighter than maybe some people might like for day, but this is definitely a neutral for me. But there's some other great options. What was the other one that I loved so much? It was Independent. It's just such a great, and I think Independent, I have it right here. I actually think it's a great neutral for both skin tones because it's got a little pink, but it's also warm. I think it's a fabulous, I really do think this can kind of transcend all skin tones. I really do.
That's awesome.
So if someone is just like, I think your most neutral option in talking to your clients would be Independent. And they're going to feel independent because they have a new lipstick and they feel good about wearing it.
And it's so pretty too. Really, I mean, like, who doesn't want to have this awesome little package?
I know. I love the packaging. I'm such a sucker for packaging. See you guys. That's so pretty.
Yes.
I know. Okay, so let's go bolder tonight. So excuse me for a second. Let me grab.
Are there any questions so far? Or, you know what? They're right there.
Oh, okay. I was like, I knew I had them. Sorry, guys. Okay. Here you go, Mrs. Shore. We're gonna wipe this off. And when I wipe my lipstick off, just so you know, I push it up.
Oh, smart.
Just because it keeps from looking like you were smooching somebody.
Not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing at all.
Okay. That's awesome. I like that too.
So we've got that off. Now let's go bold. We chose a little bit deeper berry for you. Is that right? We did Captivating for you. It's going to be a little bit deeper.
Okay, so
you're going to do the same thing. You're going to start with the bow, go out, bring it down and out. Same thing here. Then you're going to create these lines just like Holly's doing, and you're going to fill it in.
Flip it over.
We were looking at the different things. And I believe,
Look at that. I feel like this dinner could also be served.
so I'm glad you said that, because one thing I was thinking about as I was playing with them. So you've got, remind me this color again.
Captivating.
Captivating. She could do that as a liner and then bring in the lighter Confident, and then you could diffuse it a little bit on those lines with a makeup brush. So you've got that kind of bolder line, and then you've got the lighter in the middle. And so when you think about color, right, we put light where we want things to pop out, and we put dark where we want them to recess a little bit. And so when you've got that lighter in the middle, it's like injections without injections, right?
Because yes, of course. Okay, here we go. Oh, I love this color.
That's really pretty.
I love it. And this is actually my first time trying any of these, because I wanted to just have like a really genuine, you know, like, but it feels so good. It's so easy to put on.
I keep wanting to take a bite because it smells so good.
Yes, it really does.
I'm not going to, though, because it's so pretty, those lines.
Yeah, so that's Captivate.
Okay, I have a question real quick for you guys. We've got this red, which is Vibrant, which this is a little bit bluer red, if you can tell. And then if you look at Energized, can you tell if you were getting lipstick before? This is a little bit more like the BC red. And then this one's going to be a little bit more like Girls Night. It's got a little bit bluer in it. So I would choose this for myself because it's a little bit cooler. Not as in like cooler, but you know, skin tones. And then the BC is going to have a tad bit warmer orange tones in it, which I think Holly can pull off beautifully. And if you are someone of dark skin, I think all the colors look really great on you. So you scored.
Yes, I agree. Okay.
Absolutely. So I was going to ask, which would you like me to try on? The Electric, which is this really fabulous fuchsia, which is equivalent to the color we had before.
Yeah, the fuchsia is clean. If you bought that,
fuchsia is clean.
That's, yes.
Or Vibrant, which is more like Girls Night. So does anyone have any votes?
Any votes? Let's check.
I'm seeing Electric to match my earrings. Vibrant. I do like fuchsia and red together, though.
Oh yeah,
it's looking like Vibrant is taking.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because that'll be different than the pink. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Okay. Good. I'm gonna borrow this. I can put on lipstick, but I don't know if I'm ready to go no mirror with this.
It's pretty vibrant.
I know, it really is. Okay, so I'm gonna start. I like to draw it. And then draw that little line. And you really can create more, if you want it a little bit sharper, Cupid's bow, you can do that.
Oh yeah, and you really don't need a lip brush, right?
You really don't. And then
oh, that's pretty.
and then when you do that, once you line it, it does diffuse it a little bit. And then I hate mouth sounds. I just made one.
Okay, I have a question. So
okay.
Oh my gosh, that's
I love
pretty.
It. It's so pretty.
That is really, really pretty.
What do you guys think? We good?
I love that.
Me too.
I have the questions I have just quickly because we want to leave room for Q&A if anybody needs it. But I feel like it'd be great to be able to just pick a lipstick that's kind of all you have to wear. I mean, do you have any suggestions for other makeup that Beautycounter has that, like, okay, I want to buy 2 products, 3 tops, and
yes, absolutely. I would start with, I always say, if your skin's not looking good, your makeup is not going to kill it. So skin. It is a tinted moisturizer. You're really it's going to kind of even out those skin tones, but it's definitely not a heavy coverage, and it has SPF in it. It is just a fabulous everyday. It's got definitely hydrating, moisturizing.
Yes.
qualities in it.
Yeah, it's like we like to say it's like a filter for the face because you put it on and it does not feel like full coverage makake at all.
Do you think it's Paris in the stories?
Yes.
Do you think it's like Paris?
It's Paris, yeah.
I love Paris.
I do too. It's the best.
If you follow me on Instagram, if you ever see it, that's definitely been Paris.
Oh yeah.
Maybe twice.
Oh, smart. Why would I thought of that?
Yeah. Screenshot that, post it again.
Oh, smart. Okay.
How about that transparency?
I love it. Okay, so
Dew Skin, mascara. I think, people always ask that question, if you could bring one makeup product on desert island, what would it be? At this age, I would probably say a Dew Skin for the sunscreen, but it used to be mascara. Yeah. So I would go 3 products: Dew Skin, you've got that filter for the face with some SPF, mascara, which is going to pop open those eyes, and a lip. Yeah. And you really could do a bold or a neutral. I think if you were just going to buy one lipstick, it really depends on what you already have in your arsenal. But if you're really kind of just getting started, I would go with a little bit more neutral. And then one little trick I love, again, I love any product that can serve multiple purposes, and just think your lip is hydrating and it's creamy. Put it on your cheeks a little bit, just kind of maybe like 3 dots here, 3 dots here.
That's a great idea.
Rub that in, and that. You've got a nice flush on your cheeks, especially if you're doing.
And then all you have to do is put on sunglasses, and you have one product. You've got lipstick for your lips, you got lipstick for your cheeks, and you have sunglasses, and it's like,
if you cut bangs, I'll cover up your brows. Highly
but really, I mean, I feel like lipstick can change your entire mood.
It really can. It makes you feel confident, independent, vibrant, all those things.
Love it so much. Okay, well, does anyone have any questions? We can check the chat.
While we wait for questions, I have a few kind of like tips and tricks I like to do with lipstick, and one in particular. So this is a long-lasting lip. I wouldn't call it long wear. Like, you're not going to put it on and 8 hours later you've still got all your lipstick. You're going to have some color, but you're definitely not going to have that, just because, I mean, that entails like paint on your lips, and that's not what we're going for, right? But so you put on your lip like this, and then just a little tissue, just blot it a bit, like that. And then you could go as far, if you wanted to set it just a tad. We've got this fabulous mattifying powder.
Oh, I love that.
I do too. I use it for everything. Yes. I use it to blend my shadows. When I'm doing a darker shadow,
that's so smart.
I don't want to add more pigment to my shadow. I just want to blend what I put. So then I've got just a tad bit of powder. I dab it.
And it'll help it stay longer?
It helps it stay longer.
Oh,
so it really is kind of like a primer for your lip. And then
that's awesome.
Then I just add my lipstick again. And I think I've got an extra 2 hours in it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, I'm really glad you actually brought up the primer, because I was wondering how you felt about the Beautycounter primer. Now, this is somebody, she's like fabulous makeup artist, used every brand, has tried everything, and she genuinely loves it.
I love this. See, this is my 3rd one.
Oh my gosh.
It really is. I absolutely love it. It is well, first of all, a primer.
Oh yeah, what is a primer?
Tell us. A primer is something that you're going to put on your skin before you apply your foundation or your Dew Skin or anything like that. And what it does is it just kind of creates a clean surface and a smoother surface to apply your foundation or things like that. And so it's just going to give you a little bit more polished, smoother look. It kind of fills in the pores and some of the fine lines, but it also has some light
there's mica,
reflecting mica, little bitty. You'll see it. You can kind of see the shimmery sparkle in it, and so it kind of gives you that glow, and it's definitely very hydrating. And so when you put it on, I'm not exactly sure what the Beautycounter instructions say. I would let it set for maybe 2 minutes max, but just kind of let it set in, and then get your foundation. and put that on, or your dew skin. And
so it does work well with the dew skin.
It works great with the dew skin, because what it's going to do is just give you even more glow, because I'll be 49 in November, and glow is all I want.
Amazing.
That's all I want is glow, that healthy glow. And this will get it for you. But it also is just a great, you think about like painting, you're going to prep your canvas right before you're going to apply those bold colors. And you can also wear it alone, because it's got like that shimmer. If you just want to wear it around the house and a little extra hydration.
There's like bubbles in the bottle, and the bottle is so pretty.
I legit, I use it all the time. I use it on clients. I use it. I love it.
Okay.
I love it. Did we have some questions? To drop the primer to the dew skin. That's great. I love that.
Didn't you tell me you do that?
I do, but yes, I didn't mention that. That's fabulous. Let's see. What skin tone would you recommend for the shade Daring, if you have it? Described as a rich brown.
We have Daring.
Red.
Hold on.
I would recommend that on a warmer skin tone. I don't know. Hold on.
Here it is.
Fearless.
I know Daring. I know Daring.
So it looks a little bit more berry in this light, but it actually is a browner color. Do you see that?
Yeah.
I would recommend it for a little bit warmer skin tone on Holly versus me.
You might wear it because you like it. But...
Well, I was going to say I would wear it, but I think that if that answers your question, someone with a little bit warmer, a little bit more golden brown in their skin. Daring can go berry, but browner. Yes, Holly is Daring. Yes, Whitney, absolutely. Let's see. What's my favorite color? Red. No one asked that, but it is. Let's see.
And so, I mean, if you're just drawn to a color, then you're going to feel good in it because you like it. And that's, what matters.
Absolutely. Let's see. I was looking, I wrote down a few more things, and I mentioned to you, I loved the dual acting part of the lipstick, that you could even put it on your cheeks, which I think is great, but also on your lips. A great tip for like a stellar lipstick application is to exfoliate your lips and then moisturize. And you can do that at night. You could use like a sugar scrub. You can use, I use a washcloth,
Oh, good idea.
I just take I love the cleansing oil, the Counter Time. I want it to sell in bulk.
I know.
Genuinely.
I do too.
But I'll use that with a wash rag, and then I'll just put a lip balm over it, and you can bring in your Counter Time eye cream to fight those fine lines.
Oh, that's a good tip.
It really does. It just sloughs off that extra skin that I get. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
I get it.
That's great.
So
that's a great
exfoliating really steps it up on that lipstick application.
And it seems like it would help it stay on longer too.
It does.
So
it does. Let's see. You're totally pulling off the red you're wearing now. Thank you, Chelsea.
I know, isn't she?
I know.
I love
I'm feeling vibrant.
Together. You should be. I love red and pink together.
Whitney, what are you wearing today? It's really pretty.
I am wearing Energized.
Ooh, I like it. It looks really good on you.
I love it.
Can we also talk about Whitney's skin today? What in the world?
I use Beautycounter. Have you heard of it? I know. Counter Time all the way.
I love Whitney.
I have it on my desk.
I am shocked.
Whitney has them before Beautycounter and 7 years later, which is amazing. Skin doesn't usually look better 7 years later, but
yeah, I use all Beautycounter skincare and a lot of makeup too.
You can't find. I have so many people who come to me and say, okay, I tried something else. My skin's falling apart. I'm going back to Beautycounter. So yeah,
this is true.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Is there anything else, guys? Scroll up? Did you see any other things in the chat, Whitney? That questions or anything that we missed?
Whitney, you just said you're fair. How do you pull off a red? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm obviously wearing a red, but I wonder if anyone else is listening. Like sometimes it feels intimidating. So any thoughts on that?
So that's a great question. Because of your hair color, like my daughter's very fair, but she has brown blonde hair. And so she'll go with a bluer red tone, but because of your hair, you've got a lot of red and strawberry in it. I would lean towards the energized with a tad bit more orange peachier in it. And I really do think you could pull off both, but I would choose energized for you because I think it's really gonna accentuate that gorgeous hair and just a little bit orangier tones to it, peachy.
And you really don't need to add a lot of makeup, I feel like. I mean, it's like, it's probably less is more, right? With
yeah, not for me, but yeah. Just saying. Yes. It is 100% true.
I know, I'm like, I have all these colors.
Here's the thing with makeup though, it's all about what makes you feel confident, right?
Yes.
And
absolutely.
so if I felt confident just swiping on just the bare minimum, I would rock that all day long, everywhere I go. But for me, and you know, I'm born and raised in Texas. I'm a Southern girl. And so it's just like more is more, but it makes me feel good about myself. And that's
well, and you're
kind
so
of
good
the
at
point.
it too.
Well,
So it's like, of course. I
a
mean, if
lot
I
of
could do makeup
practice.
that well, I'd probably be every single day.
So have fun
Yeah.
with it.
Yes.
I mean,
good
have
point,
fun
for
with
sure.
it. Let's see. Can you take your toothbrush and absolutely unknown? You may do that. I think that's perfect. People do that all the time. Can you take your toothbrush and brush your lips to lightly exfoliate them? Absolutely.
Oh, that's a great idea.
I didn't even think about that. I was just thinking about something that I had on hand. Maybe not use the toothbrush that you brush your teeth with, but whatever. It's up to you. It's all in your mouth. If you have warm skin tone but very blonde, would you still stick to warm colors? I think you could do both, Stephanie. I think you could do both with olive skin, with that blonde hair. And two, I wonder, is your hair, your blonde, is it more golden or is it like a whiter blonde? I might lean towards the warmer red,
I'm starting
no, the energized for you. But I genuinely think with the bright blonde hair, you could do both, to answer your question. But if you were just going to pick one, I would do the energized. Oh, but you were saying just in general, warm. Again, with the blonde hair, I think you could do both. But as you're trying them out and sampling for the first time, I would stick with the warmer colors. Let's see. My hair seems to be whiter. LOL. Hey, I get it. Yeah, like I said, I think you could do both, but yeah. Okay. Did we miss anything before? I want to make sure we answer everyone's questions.
Whitney, did you see anything else?
I think you got everything. This has been so fun.
It has. I love it. I'm like, I could talk about lipstick all day. I thought about wearing my t-shirt that said, if you think we're just selling lipstick, you're not paying attention. Because of course, the point of Beautycounter is how safe everything is and how important the ingredients are for what we put on our body. But I'm like, but this is also the reason I love it, because it's like we get to play with lipstick and talk about it. And it's just, and it's important. Still, it's important because look, you're putting it on your mouth and then you're eating food and you're ingesting it. And I don't want to ingest toxic poison on a
good too.
So I'm like, give me all the natural lipstick that I can get.
Well, and I mean, let's talk about how far naturals come. I mean, 10 years ago in Whole Foods, it was like I'm rubbing chalk on my lips.
Chili flavored chalk.
But this is, I mean,
I know, and it's so beautiful, and it's just something like I would be happy to just, have this in my out on the counter, or and it's just fun to apply, and it feels really good. So yeah.
And I will say, I don't know if anyone's ever used a Chanel lip, but this texture is better. Like it is just a little bit stickier. Yeah, it's a little bit.
Yes.
And
Chanel is all I used before I found Beautycounter, and it was the last really hard thing to give up with the lipstick.
Yeah, most
I was like,
supermodels use Chanel.
And that's totally it. So when I was like, I don't want to eat, bad ingredients or lick them or have them. So now that I have this,
one thing you guys may have heard this tip. It's been around for years and years. I think the first time I ever heard it was Cindy Crawford when she was, at her her prime is that if you're putting on especially like a really bold lip, get it? Do that. Takes that red or whatever color that is off, and it gets it off your teeth.
Yes. Important.
Mhm.
That's a good one. See, I love these tips and tricks. I love them so much.
Well, thank you guys so much. This was absolutely incredible. I feel much more confident in my pale skin and bright red lip. And I just love all the tips and tricks you gave, Tiffany. I've been getting text messages saying she's got to come back and share more with us. They are loving.
I would love to anytime. This is what I love about beauty and makeup, is sharing with people and just ultimately making you feel good about yourself, especially knowing what you're putting on is good. It's like it's a double whammy.
Oh, I love it.
It's so special to be on. And when we talk about beauty, it can sometimes feel intimidating to me. So to feel like I have the freedom to pick a color that makes me feel good inside, whether or not it lines up with my tones, and that I can just feel confident in who I am. You totally gave us that, Tiffany and Holly. Thanks, guys.
That was my goal. So thanks for having me.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
All right. Well, thank you to everyone who came in, and thank you to all the questions. Y'all have fun. Go out there, pick out your shade or 2 or 3 that you want to, swipe on and feel confident, beautiful, vibrant, energized, captivating in, and just have fun with it. So thanks so much, Holly and Tiffany. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.